Are messy projects slowing you down? In this video, I'm going to show you how to keep everything organized in Onepage with folders, and I'll also show you how to collaborate with your team like a pro. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into two of Onepage's most powerful features, folders and team collaboration. Here's what we're going to cover in the video. We're going to talk about folders and why they're so important. We'll show you how to create and organize your projects in a step-by-step manner. Then we'll show you how the team collaboration function works and how to invite team members to your projects and folders with specific rights. And then we'll talk about the key benefits of combining both folders and collaborators together. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to keep your projects tidy and your team running smoothly right inside Onepage. Let's dive in and show you how this all works. Okay, so we've logged into our Onepage account and we're on our projects tab, which show all of our projects within our Onepage account. Now, if you can imagine you're an agency or your team building multiple projects for multiple internal and external clients, this list of projects can quickly get very big and hard to keep organized. That's where folders come in. They allow agencies, teams, freelancers to keep things organized and structured on the project level, and we'll also show you how to create folders within the site level to organize different pages. So what we have here is all of our demo projects, and I'm going to show you how to create some folders to keep these organized and then move your projects within specific folders. We go up to this folder icon right next to the Create Project button. We can click that, and this is where we can create a new folder. I'll create the first one, and I'll call it External for External Projects. I can just hit Create Folder, and you'll see instantly we see this External Project folder showing here. Currently, it has 0 projects. Let's go ahead and create one more, and we'll call this Internal. And this will be for our internal projects or maybe our own agency site. Now that we have these two folders, it's super easy to move projects within these folders. All that we need to do is click the 3 dots here on any one of our projects, and we can just simply hit Move to Folder. We can choose which folder we'd like to move it to. I'll go ahead and choose External. And now this project is within the External folder. Same thing here. If I choose another project, I'm going to move this one to internal. Now we have one project in our internal folder. We can click into these folders and see all of our projects within these folders, which is super, super nice. We can go back to our main projects page and we can see our foldered projects and then our projects that aren't assigned to any folders. Not only this, but you can actually create folders within projects themselves for different pages. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go into one of our projects here. Let's just say this one here, and this project only has one page. Let's, for example, imagine that it has multiple pages. So we'll call this page 2. We'll just duplicate this. And of course, this could be multiple funnels. This could be different A/B tests for different landing page versions, that kind of thing. But what we're going to do is just going to create a couple different versions here. And we are going to show you how to move these into folders. Let's call this 3. Okay, so now this project has 3 pages. This is just an example, but imagine your project has 50 or 60 different pages for all kinds of different things like different forms, funnels, flows, landing pages, site tests, all that kind of stuff. It can get overwhelming very quick, especially if the pages look similar. So just as before, we have multiple pages within our project. We can go ahead and hit the folder and we can say landing pages. And we can create this folder, and now we have a landing pages folder within our project. We can go ahead and create another one and call this one funnels. And we create the folder, and now we have the landing pages and funnels folders within our project. And these are site-specific pages, so we can move these site-specific pages into certain folders so that it's very well organized and we can see where everything is. Now, if we click into one of these, we can see that this home page is within the funnels folder. Again, this is just an example, but it shows you how powerful folders can be to help keep everything organized in your project. A couple other small things here is you can also favorite your different folders if you have specific folders that you're coming back to often. If you find that you need to rename a folder or change it after you initially set it up, you can easily do so here. You can rename your folder. We'll call this External 2. Just hit rename, and now our folder name has been updated. So as you can see, folders are super powerful, whether at the project level or the page level, for keeping everything organized, and really for an agency or a team, this is a must-have feature. Okay, so we talked about folders a little bit. Now I want to move on to another powerful feature within Onepage, which is collaborators. And collaborators really works hand in hand with folders. I'm going to show you the power of collaborators and how you can add collaborators to your project as well as give them specific roles and functions. So let's dive into that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is how to add a collaborator to a specific project. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up one of our demo projects. I'll just choose this one. Then if I click the Settings tab, what I actually see here down at the bottom of the Settings menu is a collaboration icon. So I can go ahead and click that, and this is where I can invite people to collaborate on my project. So I'll go ahead and type in Taylor@makerthrive.com, and then I can go ahead and hit the invite button. Now, I'm inviting Taylor to collaborate on this project. As you can see, she has been invited. If I click into her name, I can actually specifically control the permissions that she has within this project. So I can choose if she can edit, view, or have no access to the website builder, edit, view, and no access to the CRM, and then finally, edit or no access to domain management. So super powerful granular controls that you can give to each collaborator on your project. With collaborators, there are two things that are important to mention. One is that you need to be at least on an essential plan within Onepage to use the collaboration feature. Secondly, the person that you invite must have a Onepage account to be a collaborator on the project. Once you have those two things, you can begin to collaborate with users on your Onepage projects. Okay, so we just showed you how to invite a collaborator within your project, but there's another way you can also invite collaborators to work on your project. If we exit out of the screen and we go back to our main page, so now we're within the project folder and we're not on any specific project, but rather we're looking at all of our projects. If we click on the People tab here, we can actually invite users right from here and then assign them to a specific project. And let me show you how that works. I'll go ahead and archive Taylor here. And then I can go ahead and choose invite person. I'm going to go ahead and hit Taylor@makerthrive.com. And as you can see now, because we're not in a specific project, I'm prompted to select the project that she would have access to. So if you need to add somebody to a lot of projects at once, this would be a great way to do it. So you can choose specific projects here. You can even choose specific folders if you have them created. So whether you add somebody as a collaborator on a specific project or you want to add them through the People tab, these are two great ways to add people to your Onepage projects. And finally, this is where collaborators and folders become super, super powerful. Going back to this flow, if we were to invite Taylor to a project, I can hit select projects here. And what we see here is not only our projects, but specific folders. So if we have a folder for just clients and Taylor's only working on client projects, but not our internal agency site, I can differentiate that by inviting her to a specific folder, which again is super powerful and gives you granular control with collaborators and folders combined, which gives you organizational superpowers and makes your team just that much more efficient. So just to recap, using folders and collaboration together turns Onepage into this powerful workspace for organized, efficient teamwork. If you're an agency or a team, this is a must-have. And I hope that you check out the folders and the collaboration features to level up your projects and make your sites and your agency more efficient. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for checking out the video.